Introduction. Opening question. We begin by addressing a sensitive and often misunderstood question. What does the Bible say about certain intimate acts, especially within the context of marriage? This topic can be challenging, but the goal is to approach it thoughtfully and with scriptural accuracy. Purpose of the discussion. The aim is to provide insights rooted in biblical teaching, offering clarity without being vague or judgmental. Many discussions around this topic can be unclear or overly harsh, but this video will provide balanced and thoughtful guidance. Invitation to engage. Viewers are encouraged to subscribe, share their thoughts in the comments, and participate in the discussion for a more informed understanding. Sodomites and sodomy in the Bible, common misunderstandings. Terms like sodomy and sodomite are often assumed to be frequently mentioned in the Bible, particularly in translations like the King James Version, KJV, the New International Version, NIV, and the English Standard Version, ESV. However, these terms are actually rare or absent from many translations, clarifying original texts. In the original Hebrew, the word kadesh refers to temple prostitutes involved in pagan rituals, not specifically sodomites. This is an important distinction, as it shows the complexity of translation. Greek texts. In the New Testament, the Greek term arsenokoites, found in 1 Timothy 1:10, is sometimes translated as sodomite or men who engage in intimate relations with other men. This translation reflects interpretive choices, emphasizing the challenge of rendering ancient texts into modern language. Historical context of sodomy. Historically, sodomy has been used more broadly to describe certain behaviors considered non-traditional or non-reproductive. Over time, the term has been applied to a variety of actions, although its roots come from the story of Sodom and Gomorrah in Genesis 19. Genesis 19, Sodom and Gomorrah. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah has often been interpreted as a condemnation of immoral acts, including coercive behavior. The story is viewed by many as symbolic of extreme moral corruption. Is anal sex a sin? Old Testament teachings, Leviticus 18:22 and 20:13. These passages explicitly condemn certain male behaviors, referring to them as detestable in the eyes of God. They have historically been understood as prohibiting same-sex, intimate relations. Judges 19:22-25. This story involves a violent incident, emphasizing the rejection of coercive or harmful actions rather than consensual relationships. New Testament references, 1 Corinthians 6:9 and 1 Timothy 1:10. These passages list behaviors that are inconsistent with Christian living, including the term arsenokoites, which is often interpreted as referring to men engaging in certain acts with other men. Jude 7. This verse recalls the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, condemning immoral behavior and unnatural desires. Theological debates. Some theologians argue that biblical prohibitions are more concerned with acts of idolatry or coercion rather than consensual behavior within a marriage. This introduces a more nuanced interpretation of these scriptures. Intimacy between a husband and wife. No direct biblical prohibition. The Bible does not explicitly mention specific intimate acts within marriage, leading to various interpretations among scholars and theologians. Romans 1:26-27. This passage speaks about natural versus unnatural relations, often interpreted as focusing on behaviors that deviate from procreative purposes. Some believe it has broader implications for other forms of intimacy. Medical and psychological perspectives. From a modern standpoint, caution is advised due to potential health concerns and relational impacts. These perspectives encourage careful consideration within the context of a loving and respectful relationship. Biblical framework for marriage. Mutual love and respect. Passages like Ephesians 5:25-28 and 1 Peter 3:7 emphasize the importance of mutual love, respect, and equality in a marital relationship. This suggests that all acts of intimacy should be rooted in mutual care and understanding. 1 Corinthians 7:4-7. This passage highlights mutual authority over each other's bodies in marriage, encouraging consent and unity in all physical interactions. It suggests that intimacy should be based on mutual respect and agreement, not solely personal desires. Conclusion. Summary of findings. The Bible does not explicitly address certain intimate acts within marriage, leaving the issue open to interpretation. However, it consistently encourages mutual love, respect, and natural relations within the marital bond. Final thoughts. Encourage viewers to approach this topic thoughtfully, ensuring that love, respect, and consent guide all intimate actions within marriage. Conclude with an invitation to continue the conversation and offer blessings to the audience.